But, Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him!
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Well, that's right, everybody. Fucking Crash Bandicoot. Another Christmas gift right here. Putting it to good use. As you can see, starting on the first one, the OG, which I never actually played as a kid. The first Crash Bandicoot game I ever played was actually number 3. And you know, that is the easiest out of the 3. Now, I will say that I have played this a little bit since I got it at Christmas. I've beaten the first 2 bosses. I think the last level I did was getting the green gem. I did that and I got the time trial for it. Which is how I've been playing it, which is why I'm not nearly as far as I could be. I've been going for the gem if possible, which, you know, isn't always without the colored ones. And then if not possible, well, I mean, whether or not it's possible, I guess. And then I've been going for the gold relic at minimum. I do have a platinum, but it was in one of the levels, which we'll get to, I don't think in this part, where it's pretty much, if you do the time trial, you get the platinum. So Aku Aku, as you see, gets 3 of them. I don't know how much of this game I need to explain, considering, you know, it's Crash. You know what, I'm not going that way, I'm going this way. Because I think there's only 3 boxes down the left path. So every once in a while there is split paths like that. And there's going to be like, so if you get all the boxes, for those of you who don't know, you get a clear gem at the end. And you need to get all the clear gems to get the perfect ending. Turtle. Goodbye. But you need to break all the crates to do it. And every once in a while they'll have like the split path like that, where the end there'll be crates. Usually there's crates down both paths. Every once in a while the game's nice, but obviously not very often. And you know, it's the first world, so I mean, besides that jumpy part across the gap, it's not all that hard. And that's the only real collectible. I mean, I know that there's keys there, but the keys are a separate thing. They open up like a like an alternate level or some shit. And I'll try and get to that. So like I said, I do have another save file on this going. You might think it's like, oh, well then why would you try for all the boxes and that? I mean, I'm still going to try for all the boxes. Still going to try and show. I'm just not going to need to do the time trials on this save. Because I'll just save it all for the other one. Now, I don't know if I'll just... Because this is what might happen based on what I have coming up. Because I had a lot of games end at like the same time. Which is very unfortunate, believe it or not. Because that means that all the games that I already had planned to replace them with are going to be the ones that come out. So, as you can see, Aku Aku also tears through. So what might happen with this is I'll end up catching up to where I am on this save. Or like, I'll end up catching up where I am on the main save on this save. And then I might just switch to the main save and just have the one going. Which would obviously be a lot easier for me. See, now, the reason why I kept stopping like that is because, as I've already said in multiple parts, I don't get audio whenever I record a PlayStation game. So unfortunately, oh yeah, so if you get the green gem, that opens up. So yeah, since I don't get audio, I can't tell when those masks are going to end because I can't hear the music for them. But yeah, if you get the green gem, then that path opens up. So that right there, right? It's a skill-based type thing. I mean, it's a timing thing. I was going to say, I say skill-based. It's timing-based. Which I guess timing is a skill, but it's not nearly as hard as people make it out to be. Boop. So you get 3 of those heads. If there's 3 different kinds of those heads that you can get, there's her, which is apparently the female Bandicoot, who is only in this game. She never makes an appearance later, and it makes no sense because she is drastically different from Coco, which is Crash's sister. So yeah, I don't know what's up with her. But you get that, and you get a nice little bonus level like that. They do get harder, obviously, as you go. But in general, hers are the easy bonus levels. And then you have the head of the scientist who is pulling the lever. The good old Kronk there. And his generally involve a lot more explosives. Yeah, see that green path? There's only 3 fucking crates up there. And you still need to go... It's, I think, the second level after the second boss where you get the green gem. And then you gotta come all the way back here. And if you don't get all the boxes, Crash gets the shit beat out of him. But yeah, I think his name is N... Let's see, it's like Embryo, I think, is his name. And then his are the harder bonus levels. And then in 2 of the levels, there's Cortex heads, which is how you get the keys. I don't know what they look like. I've never seen them. I'm not up to there in my game. And in the Let's Play that I watched, they never got, like, they never showed what those bonus levels were. But yeah, never played this one as a kid. Actually, I take that back. I think I played it once as a kid at a friend's house, and that was it. Like, that was my one experience with it, and I think I didn't make it very far. I don't know. But then, because I didn't have my own PlayStation at that point. And then I got my own PlayStation, and I got Crash 3. Now, I don't know if these are the first games that I got with it, but the first games I really, like, that I associate with, like, a PlayStation, like a PS1, is Crash 3 and Spyro 1, which actually came out at, surprisingly, the same time. They made 3 Crash games, so they made a Spyro game, which is weird because those 2 are very commonly, like, mixed together for stuff. Like Crash 3 and, or like Crash and Spyro, they're like 2 of the big, like, PS1 guys, right? So it's very... So obviously this is very easy if you manage to keep your mask. If you get hit, obviously you lose it. Those guys there, they don't kill you. They bump you back a platform, which can be super fucking annoying. Especially in, like, the time trials. Oh, God. See, like, right there, I lost the mask. Because my thing ran out before and while I was touching the thing, which sucks, but I mean, oh well. Don't let that fool you. You don't get that many masks in this game, especially... There's like a couple levels where it's like they'll give you a mask just to make it easier on you at times, but for the most part, you don't get a whole lot of them. Okay, and then boink, boink, boink. Now this one has a thing that the first one didn't, which is these 2 crates at the end with lives in them. For some reason, the first bonus level, I think that those are at the end of every bonus level except for the first one, which is awfully odd. Also, a good way to determine how much further you have to go in a level is by how many crates you have left. So, like, there's 8 crates left, and I'm at the end of the level. But as you can see, there's a gem platform there that I don't have. I don't remember what color it is. It's not green. When I first saw it, it looked green, but it might be yellow. There's a significant amount of boxes that you can't, like, levels that you can't perfect the first time through. So these videos are going to work differently than the rest of my videos because they're laid out nicely in sections with a boss, right? So I think you play 5 levels and then you fight a boss, I think. Or the boss is the 5th level. Let's see, because I think... So we have 1, 2, 3, we're on 4, that's 5, and then I think the next one is a boss. So yeah, 5 levels and a boss. So these videos are going to work a little different to make it easier on me, for the most part, with everything that I have coming up. Is I'm just going to play to the boss. Like, every video will end on a boss, no matter how long that video is. So, like, right now, we're at 11 minutes on my recording, and we're, like, 2 levels away from the boss. And let me tell you, the first boss, yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot to beat him. So, I mean, I'm not too worried. So, like, chances are, like, the last boss takes, like, a couple minutes. Like, and I'm not kidding either. Like, it takes, like, 2 minutes to beat the boss. It's absolutely retarded. Like, I don't know if, like, they fucked up when they remastered it. Because, like, when they did the remaster, right, apparently they didn't have... Anyway, as I was saying, probably not the best time to pause this game, but, I mean, the fucking bird can really go off when he wants to. Oh, God. Oh, look, he actually fell down. Does that count as me dying? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna blame the bird on that one. Anyway, so when they decided to remaster this game, which I do believe that the reason they decided to remaster it is because at the beginning of Uncharted 4, close to the beginning, it'll be in part 2 of that series, you actually play, I think it's this level or the next level where a boulder chases you in Crash. And everybody, for some reason, because they were both made by Naughty Dog, Crash and Uncharted, and everybody took that to mean that, you know, it's like, oh shit, are they going to bring Crash back? And so many people wanted that they were like, all right, I guess we'll bring Crash back. But apparently they had lost the original coding for the game. So they had to, like, recode the entire game from the ground up, I believe. Now, this is what I've heard. I could be spreading misinformation, but that's what I've heard. So, like, certain things change, like, for example, Crash's hitbox. Oh, God, okay. So, as you saw there, the boulder actually got the box that I missed. It doesn't get all of them, but it does get the majority of them. So, like, Crash's hitbox in the first 2 games, that's totally the level that you play in Uncharted, by the way, was a square around him, which meant that you couldn't slip, right? Because it was flat at the bottom. Whereas when they made it to Crash 3, it made it like a pill shape around him, which let him slide a little bit more. Which is what when they remade the game, they put that in the first 2 games as well, which means that there's a few sections in the game that are harder than they were in the originals because you can slip. Like, they require a little bit more precision of the jumps, which can really fuck you at times. But other than that, they did fucking amazing. Like I said, I haven't played the second or third one on this before. I played the third one as a kid, and I watched a Let's Play of all 3 of them. And they just, like, the Let's Play I was watching just finished the 3rd game. And like, just watching them play it, it was like, that's the 3rd game, all right. Like, everything about it just looks so fucking good. So yeah, they changed a little bit of things. So, I mean, I don't know how much had to change or how much happened to change because of it. And I don't actually, so like I said, the first boss is so fucking easy that I feel like maybe there was supposed to be a different way to beat him, but when they coded the game for the second time, they like fucked something up with it. Because he's way too easy. Like, the bosses in Crash weren't ever the hardest things in the world to defeat. Or like the worst bosses to defeat. I mean, like, the platforming levels get challenging. Obviously not yet, we're in video 1. Like, video 1's gonna be like 20 minutes, and like, how many bosses are there? I think there's like, oh shit. Fuck, and then I jumped in the water too. God damn it. But yeah, video 1's gonna be like fucking 20 minutes maybe. And then, like, the last video in it's probably going to be, like, an hour and a half to get through all the levels and the boss. Bosses, actually. The last video will have 2 bosses because there's 2 in a row. Oh, God. But, yeah, I don't know. Just, like, the first boss, and, like, there's a lot of the bosses. Like I said, the bosses have never really... Like, Crash hasn't been known to be, like, hard bosses. But even still, it's super easy. So as you can tell, the purple plants just go. The red plants don't go until you land on them. Also, these bonus levels here, if you die in the bonus level, it doesn't count as a death. Now, the reason that that's important is because to get the colored gems in this particular game, you have to get whatever level they're in, you have to get all of the boxes in that level without a death. Now, the reason why not dying in the bonus levels is important is because I think most, if not all, of the levels that have a colored gem also have an embryo bonus stage, which is the hard ones that you die super easily on. So the fact that it doesn't count as a death in there is good. Like, to get the green gem, I died in, I think, actually both bonus levels, because there's one of hers and one of Embryo's in it. And I died in both of them. See, now there's 3 missing, but there was a path of gems way back where underneath the bridge, and then there's 3, or then there's 2 more here. So, I mean, there's a lot. So that's very important. It doesn't count death, you don't lose a life. And there's also death paths that you can take, where if you make it to the platform without dying, it takes you to an extra stage. Now, this might be wrong, because that might not be for this game. That might be for the second one. Where it takes you to a different way, that gives you like a different gem or some shit, or like a different path with more boxes or something. Yeah, it's going to be about 20 minutes, because I'm at 17 minutes of my recording, and this boss is literally going to take like 2. Body blows don't hurt him. So that means that you can't go up and spin him. Like, look at this fat fuck. Now, I don't know how you're supposed to beat him, because like he slams that down and then he like spins in a circle, right, with it. And I'm assuming you're supposed to jump until like he gets dizzy or something. But all you have to do is just wait for him to slam down and then jump on his back. Oh, and just make sure that you're not standing like where he's slamming down. So, boop. So obviously I got hit once there. That was just mistiming on my part. And I lost an Aku Aku mask, but I mean, eh. But yeah, that's the first boss to Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, it's that easy. It didn't even take me 2 minutes. It took me less than a minute to defeat him. But yeah, he like slams down and spins in a circle, and you know, the less health he has, the faster he spins. And I'm assuming you're supposed to jump it until he gets dizzy, and then like jump on his head or some shit. Don't need to. Just fucking do that. So this here, now this is actually a reference to the third game, like she just came out the portal and whatnot, because the third game is all about time travel. So this one here, if you select it, do you want her to join your adventure? Sure. So I don't know why, like there's no real reason to not do it. But now when I'm on the map, if I hit right trigger, or R2, I can switch to Coco and play as her in levels. Now there are certain levels that you can't play as Coco, which is the ones where you ride pigs and whatnot. But I mean, yes, or no, see, look, you can switch to her, but you can't fight the boss with her either, apparently. So there are certain levels that you can't play as Coco. But I'm not going to bother. I mean, we're going to see some of her in the third game. But yeah, that was the first up to the first boss in fucking Crash Bandicoot. So wow, this is going to be like the shortest video on my channel. So this has been Crash Bandicoot, episode 1, Papu Papu popped. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.